Yo, what's going on guys? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Joe. Welcome back to yet another video. So today is going to be a bit of a different one. I'm going to be going over my December pickups. I've bought a lot of good stuff recently and I thought it would be a good video to just show you guys what I've been buying, explain a little bit about why I'm buying it, where I'm buying it, and so on. So yeah, if you're interested, stick around, just see what I've been buying. But I did just want to say really quickly, thank you so much for the positive response I've had on my last video. It's been out for a week now and it's just hit 1,000 views, which is crazy because I've just started this channel and this is going to be my 4th video. So thank you guys so much. It means the world if you can just subscribe, like the video, help it get out there. I'm a small channel and yeah, all that stuff helps a lot. So no, thank you guys so much. But without further ado, let's get into my purchases. So I thought I would include a little bit of bleed over into November as well, because I have just been buying lots of pretty cool stuff at the moment, and I had to just include this. So I'm pretty sure I bought this end of November. So yeah, this is a the Dark Charmer Gloomy, I think that's how you pronounce it, Starlight Rare, and this was an eBay pickup. So this was an eBay auction and I ended up winning it. I'll take it out its sleeve so we can get a proper look at it. And I actually forget how much I paid for this. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been buying so much recently. I honestly have no idea what I paid for this. But yeah, as you can see guys, super clean card. The reason why I bought this, I saw it on the auction and it was just one of those cards where it's a Starlight Rare, and for me, I want to pick up as many Starlight Rares as possible. You hear it all echoing all over the place that once Starlight Rares are released and opened, it's really difficult to then open them again after a few months of the set being released. So, once Starlight Rares are out there, I think you should just pick them up, because in the future, I think they're going to be really scarce and no one's going to be unboxing them or opening them anymore. And the reason why this one jumped out at me specifically is because I don't have a Link Starlight Rare. So I just wanted a blue Starlight Rare, and this one was on an eBay auction. So I thought, why not? I'll pick it up. It was for a relatively decent price. As long as I don't overpay for these things, I'll pick them up every now and then just because I think they look cool. So no particular reason for, playing the game or, the fact that it's an old school card, because obviously this is new school. But if I just think it looks cool and I don't have anything similar, I'll pick it up. So yeah, as a collector, there really is no rhyme or reason as to why I buy half the stuff I do. I mean, I have a goal, which is to pick up the majority of the cards I had when I was a kid. I think I've pretty much achieved that now, but I'm just knees deep in Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, anything like this, I'll pick it up for sure. Okay, purchase number 2. Again, this was from an eBay auction, and a lot of the stuff that I'm buying at the moment isn't on eBay. So these are the only 2 that I found on eBay, which was worth purchasing. At the moment, I just think eBay is a really competitive place, even though the market for Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gone down, is going down, you can argue. If you find I don't know, I was gonna say enemy, but it's not an enemy, but if you find someone else wanting the card just as much as you on eBay, then prices are still going for crazy money. Cards are still going for crazy prices on eBay just because of a competitive market. All it takes is one person to like the card just as much as you, and you're paying prices, the same as it was back in 2020. I don't know if that's a little tip for if anyone's out there wanting to buy cards at the moment, but the majority of my purchases have been on Instagram, just talking one-to-one with the seller and coming to an agreement that way. I've been finding a lot more success. But enough of the ranting, however you'll say it. Let's get into the cards. So again, I'll pull them out their sleeves. Let's take a little look at the conditions of them as well. So again, I'm really bad with this. I forget how much I've paid for these cards. I'll have to go back and look. But we have an Elemental Hero Thunder Giant Ultimate Rare, and I believe this is a Euro print. I'm not too big into the Ultimate Rares, but I do have an Elemental Hero Ultimate Rare collection going at the moment, and this was one of the cards that I don't have, so that explains this purchase. It's just for my Ultimate Rare Elemental Hero collection. And as you guys can probably guess, whilst this guy was selling all of these Elemental Hero Ultimate Rares like we have here, he was selling other Ultimate Rares as well. So, you know, I just thought if they were going for a good enough price, I'll also bid on them. So I also managed to win the Super V-Hit Curoid Jumbo Drill. Again, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong, but I believe this is a North American Ultimate Rare, so not too much detail or patterns in the artwork. And then, as you've also seen, we've got the Neo Spatian Air Hummingbird Ultimate Rare. Again, I think this is a American Ultimate Rare, but you know, picked it up for a decent price, so I'm happy. Yeah, I think I've got a pretty decent Ultimate Rare collection going at the moment. I'll probably have to make another separate video going through all of my Ultimate Rares. This is just gonna, you know, be another one on the pile. So for my third purchase, like I said, this has come from Instagram, and I'll actually pop up on screen now who I bought this card from, and link will also be in the description to his Instagram account. He's a super awesome guy with an amazing Yu-Gi-Oh collection. He collects a lot of the, you know, faded 1.5 and wavy cards, so I would really go and suggest checking him out. And every once in a while, you know, he just pops on his story some things that he wants to sell. So yeah, let's take a look at what we've got. We have a slightly faded 1.5 print, I believe, Blue Eyes White Dragon Unlimited. So let's take a look. Let's try and get this in the light. Yeah, I think I bought this for like £20, like £25, something crazy. And when it arrived, I was super pleasantly surprised with this, because it's one of those Blue Eyes which it has such a nice, vibrant, holographic effect. A lot of the Blue Eyes that I handle and that I have in my current collection, the holographic effect is really matted, or it's not the same as this. So yeah, when I pulled this out of the letter and started to look at it, I was super happy. I mean, 20 quid, £25 for this all day long. And it's this kind of hollow effect which I have all my memories as a kid attached to. So it's so cool to have another card which is this vibrant. So although this is one of my cheaper purchases, out of the cards that I've shown so far, this is my favorite. Okie dokie, so here we have another purchase. This is kind of like a set of cards. We'll go through one by one. This was from an Instagram seller. I believe his name was Canadian Duelist. Again, I'll pop his info on screen now, and links will be in the description. This guy is, awesome seller, awesome collector. I've been following this guy on Instagram for quite a while now, and every now and then, again, he puts up stories just saying he's, selling this, that, and the other. And the main purchase of this bundle that I have here was the Dark Magician. So we managed to pick up a Dark Magician first edition North American print for $50, I believe, which is crazy. I mean, the condition isn't perfect. Obviously, if you're picking something up for $50 like this card, it's not going to be perfect, but Dark Magician, if you don't know anything about me, is my favorite card, and if you can pick up a first edition Dark Magician for $50 or less, I suggest you do it, no matter the condition. So again, super nice guy for selling this card for such a price. As soon as I saw it on his story, I immediately messaged him and was like, yo, I'll take this along with some of the other cards that he had up for sale. And I think he got back to me and said that someone had already claimed it, so I was a bit bummed out about that. But apparently that transaction fell through, and he messaged me and said, it's up on the market again if I want it included in my other purchase. And immediately, I said yes. Look at that, guys. If we have these two side by side, it's just such an awesome month of purchases. And again, these are probably the cheapest 2 cards that I have bought this month, and arguably the best. So for anyone saying that it's super expensive to get into Yu-Gi-Oh collecting, and especially, you know, these old school cards, it's not. I picked this up for $50. I picked this one up for £20. You know, it's all possible, and these are just the biggest hit of nostalgia that you could possibly get in Yu-Gi-Oh for me anyway. So yeah, super happy with these 2 cheap purchases. And if I was to quickly run through some of the other purchases that I've made as well with the Canadian Duelist. So we picked up a Horn of Heaven, a Mirror Force, Karibo, and an Amplifier first edition. So now we're on to the final purchase, and arguably the best for last. These have been by far my most expensive pickups this month, and I think you'll probably understand why. So this again was an Instagram purchase. I saw something on my story, I messaged the guy, and we worked out a deal. It's as simple as that. Again, all information will be on screen now, links in the description. This guy has an awesome high-end collection, and he's selling off a lot of stuff at the moment. I think he wants to buy a 10,000 Dragon PSA 10, so huge card. That's what he told me. I said, you know, I'll help you out as much as I can, and I think I did. But also, you know, I think we were both happy in the deal. He gave me a good price, I gave him, you know, a decent price, so we were both happy, both parties. So, first card, wow, Stardust Dragon, Starlight Rare, PSA 9. When I saw this card in like picture form on Instagram, I thought that obviously it was an awesome card. I know a lot of people are talking about this card recently because it has gone up in price. But when I picked this up in person and unboxed it, I was quite amazed. Again, like pleasantly surprised. This card looks insane in person. I believe this is a North American print Starlight Rare, so it's not as dark as the European, and I think that helps it. The North American print Starlight Rares do, in my opinion, look better. Like they're slightly lighter. But the sparkle on this thing is crazy. The rainbow is so nice. I mean, there's some cards in Yu-Gi-Oh which, you know, if someone doesn't know what they're looking at, you just have no idea if it's expensive or not, if it's rare or not. The moment you look at this card, you just know immediately, like, this is a special card. This must be a rare card, let alone it being expensive or not. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be holding on to this for a long time. The reason why I wanted this so badly was because I have kind of a little Starlight Dragon, sorry, not Starlight Dragon, Stardust Dragon collection going on at the moment. So I've got the Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare first edition, I've got the Collector's Rare, so I thought it was quite fitting to also have the Starlight Rare. So huge tick in the collection, and wow, I mean, yeah, so happy to have this now. So then moving on to the second purchase I made with this guy, again, all links in the description. This is a LOB Unlimited Faded Blue Eyes White Dragon. And, you know, the faded collectors will kind of understand the rarity, I guess, of this card. You can pick up an LOB Unlimited Blue Eyes White Dragon for a decent price nowadays, but trying to find it in this condition and also faded, it's pretty impossible. So this isn't a wavy print, I believe it's a 1.5. Again, the condition of this card just helps so much. It's kept a lot of its like hollow effect, like I mentioned with the Blue Eyes beforehand. I really like it when the hollow effect is just as vibrant, you know, as it was when it left the factory, and for me, this is it. Super awesome colors and saturation in the hollow effect, and obviously the card itself is faded, so yeah, it just looks so nice. But yeah, this was a big purchase as well, number 2. So yeah, it's super awesome to be able to have the opportunity to even buy cards like this, because you know, you just don't see cards like this. And also, you know, same with the Starlight, you know, going up on the market. I mean, I think there's a few of these Stardust Dragons on eBay at the moment, but when you're talking about LOB faded, you know, 1.5 prints, you know, to get it in good condition is one thing, but PSA 8 is so cool. So I think I've done my best there, like explaining the purchases. I know I've probably left out a lot of my thought process, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to just leave them in the comments. But the moral of the story is I'm not a collector which has a specific like motivation to buy anything. Like I said, I came into the hobby wanting to collect a lot of my old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards which I recognized as a kid. Now that I've pretty much done that, I'm just moving on to cards which I like, cards which I think are rare. I'm picking up cards which you know, aren't available all the time, so once they come up, I'll try and get it. So yeah, I believe that's me. That's December's purchases. Quite a big month, upgrading the collection this month. The whole year in general, 2022 for my collection has been insane. I've just been buying like loads and loads of stuff, huge upgrades. So yeah, maybe I'll make this like a reoccurring thing, like monthly purchases. I'll most likely leave out the smaller months where I don't buy too much, but anything notable, anything large, I'll just do some monthly updates, letting you guys know what I'm buying, why I'm buying it, and then also kind of reaching out to you guys. What are you guys buying? So that's me. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in for video number 4. It's been an awesome journey so far making these videos, and thank you again for the amazing responses. But yeah, that's it. Until next time, peace.